Mira yoga. Those who are new, please come inside. So already you have been told about Sahaja is nothing modern. It's not a modern invention. It is the culmination of the living force that is working with it, the living process, the evolutionary process which took place spontaneously within us. This force has created us into human beings, and the same force is going to make us something more. So, all other things that we expect to do about our union with God, union with our spirit, is of no use. Because it has to be spontaneous, it has to be done by the living force within us. Whatever we do is man-made. And man-made things are outside. They are artificial. So to change ourselves from within, from within, not from without, something has to happen within us. Because our attention is outside, we can change our dress and do that. We can have the kind of hair dress we want to have. We can have the kind of house we want to live in. We can have the garden we want to have. But we cannot transform the inside. That has to happen by some force already built within us, which is to be activated. Unless and until this living actualization takes place, whatever else happens to us is outside. When we say we try to face ourselves, we cannot go too far with us. What we see is how we react, how we behave, how we talk to others. At the most, we might be able to see how we are sensitive. Some people are very sensitive, some are insensitive, some are hot-tempered, sometimes they think patiently, some appear to be peaceful, some are very volatile, some are dynamic, some are lazy. But it is all outside. All these expressions that are coming outside are manifesting are coming from some sort of a natural thing we have. Unless and until we transform those natural things we have, whatever we do outside is just a temporary. Like a tree has some sort of a disease, or you find some leaf or what. Even if you remove those things, the disease will remain. No use treating the tree from the leaf. You know how to treat it from the root. In the same way, within you, the roots exist. And how to approach those roots? Those roots are the subtle sense experience. I hope they have explained it to you centers at least. We find it very difficult to believe that there are such centers. There are many people who have never heard about it. And there are many who have never heard about the force, that power within us, by which we will give expression to ourselves, to ourselves. Nobody has seen it, and nobody knows what it is. Some people have written about it, some say about it, but we cannot believe. It's not easy to believe. It sounds bombastic. Maybe just some sort of a make-believe. Quite possible. But if the tree has to manifest, we have to go to the root. Now how do we do it? Many people say that I look into myself. How do you do yourself? How far can you go? You cannot even go to your subconscious. How can you go to your unconscious? If you could go to your unconscious, it would not be called as unconscious. It's conscious. So your conscious mind cannot go up to the unconscious. You try anything, at the most, you may go to the subconscious area, a hallucination or something like that, and then come back to the same position. Like a person who wears a blue glasses, sees everything blue, and then he removes it, and then it's just. There's no transformation that has taken place in the eyes. Eyes are just the same. Only a little color change. And that is not to be accepted as something real. Because if it is real, it doesn't change. You are a human being with a reality. If you suddenly change like a monkey you become, and again you become like a human being, you say that a human being is not a reality, but just a dream. Maybe a monkey is dreaming that he is a human being. Or a human being is dreaming that he is a monkey. It's just a dream. There's no reality about it. In the same way, if we have to take ourselves inside, we have to see ourselves inside. We have to take our attention inside. And how do we do it? To know if there are differences, to know if there are any roots, to know that all these manifestations have taken place stage by stage, or to know even what I am saying is true or not. First your attention has to go. That's the minimum I have to. It has to go. I don't have to lecture you now. Take your attention inside. It's not like attention and then achieve. It's not like that. It's not in your control. You just can't do it. You cannot think it. It's a fact. What must I tell you? How does the attention go? Take the attention outside. It's all the discipline. How do we take the attention inside? That there's such magnetic bound. That should be real attention to the outside. But it can be taken inside. Not by you, but by that living force within us that has made us a human being. Something has to happen in our consciousness. As a human being, something has to happen. Otherwise, we are not going to do it. Animals are not bothered. They don't want to believe in anything. They just exist. But you want to believe in something, to see for yourself. You want to have the proof of it. That's why. Something has to happen to you as human beings. That you believe it. That you see for yourself. And this happening only takes place among the human beings. When a fish became a reptile, it did not have to feel that. It just became. Whereas it did not bother. It has to happen in your consciousness. And to happen, something has to happen with it. And that happening is called as Kundalini awakening. The awakening of this power, that is the power that has to rise within you. which is placed in the striatal bone, you can actually see with your eyes, with your eyes, pulsation of the nerve. In many, you can actually see. You can also feel the pulsation rising. You can also feel it on top of it. Then the pulsation starts. And you are amazed that suddenly you become complete. There's no cost. And you start feeling the inside out. You start feeling your centers on your feet. First, you start feeling the cool breeze from your feet. Then you start feeling the centers that are enlightened. These are sympathetic centers, enlightened. If you have a problem in the emotional side, you feel on the left. If you have on the physical and the mental, you feel on the left. Different centers are denoted there. You start feeling. Many people don't know how one can say. Even on the phone today, somebody rang me. And I said, you are in bad shape. He said, what's the matter? I said, you're in very bad shape. He said, how do you know? I said, you have got a lot of physical disease? Yes, I've got things that. How do you know? Because I was holding the phone and in my hand to go every minute, there was a problem. It was so acute that I could not hold the phone and I was feeling it. The recording was there. Of course, it didn't trouble me as such. I took the phone in the other hand and I could see that I said, because I can see myself inside, I can see myself. Because you can see yourself in the mirror, you can see other people. If you cannot see yourself in the mirror, you cannot see it. You are blind. That's the first time one notices. You cannot see yourself in the mirror. That's your blind. When you cannot see yourself inside, you cannot see everything. And that you feel them on your face. This is what one has to jump into, a new awareness. A new awareness of a new direction which has got helpful for us. By which we see ourselves inside and we see others also there. By which we just record what's wrong with them. We do not hate or love, but we know appreciate. Actually, you feel them within yourself. What could be a greater love than that? Love thy neighbor as thyself. Just become the other person. Just that helps. A very happy feeling. Then only you realize that something new has happened. Realization these days is very easy. It has started working well. Now in England, up there. Once upon a time, I thought I better do it. But now it's easy. I had to work very hard in the beginning. But once it gets, now it's not. It's very easy. But there are two things about it. First is that people don't come for realization. See now in how many cars are standing. Where are they gone? What are they doing? The answer comes from the other end. They are not thinking. They are not thinking. Now, those who are thinking also are enamored by something that gives strength to their ego, in which people say you can do something, you can stand on your head and you can jump on your feet and you can get. But here we say, no, nothing of the kind. Something has to happen within. You just can't do anything about it. One can't do too much. That somebody has to help you is too much. That somebody has to help you at this point, but later on you have to help yourself. It's too much for ego to accept that somebody else is going to help. Or else otherwise to be the super ego where they can just mesmerize. Absolutely mesmerize. And it's mesmerism. People will all here there is complete freedom. If you want to have realization, you can have. If you don't want to have it, you can have. Even after having it, if you want to lose it, you are welcome to it. Nobody is going to force realization on you. That's your own acceptance and your own choice. Otherwise, it doesn't work out. You cannot go further with it. Stop it. That is why it is chosen by you, or less. Here, Sahaja Yoga doesn't run after you, you have to run after it. It doesn't take any money. How can? I mean, you cannot pay for it. It's out of question. I mean, you just have to try it. You cannot pay for God. You cannot pay for divine. You cannot purchase God or sell it. You cannot just do that. That's impossible. It's a living process. It's your blessing already given to you. It's living. You cannot do anything either. But you will make it. Because you are to be sick, you are not sick. So anybody tells you that you stand on your head, you will do it. But maybe, I may say that I can't make your finger. It doesn't work out. It doesn't work out. If you start speaking in the third person, it doesn't work out. Now what is it? It works out, it does not work out. For example, my own daughter may not get realization. Quite possible. Or you may get it. Not necessarily because she is my daughter, she should get realization. Or she is my son, she should get realization. It's your own. It's your own bank account. That's it. It is your own book, your own teacher. It is not that you are to judge, but you are to be judged. That's so good. So good. Anything may be there. The divine forgiveness. It's so great. The graciousness is so great that one starts wondering that God Almighty has already decided that we have to say this creation. And the creation which is human being, which is the essence of his creation, needs to change. He can't afford to destroy. He can't afford to allow it to be destroyed. And he is going to. And that's how he is. It's amazing how it is. As if the computer has been put to the main, you start wondering what dynamics are built in it. You start understanding the divine Lord and the divine Son, and how your body was specially made for such a thing like that. But once you get connected through yoga, the whole dynamism starts going, and how every action that you do, and every speech, every word has a meaning for you. It's really fantastic. It has happened to them, and it has to happen to them. I'm sure you all are being faithful. This is going to work out. But I have to tell you that there is no way one can bind you. It is only your own desire, the pure desire to become the self, is the Kundalini. And if you have that pure desire, really, otherwise there's no way of binding. There's no membership, there's no enrollment, nothing like that. Your name is just put there for my attention. That's all. But there's no contact, no force, nothing. So it is you who has accepted in your own trust, in your own freedom. Nobody can force it down, anybody. And that's why one has to understand that all humbly, one has to accept that existing itself. As you know, I'm here because I see that. I see that spark of it. That's why I'm here. You may not be here, but I know. I'm here just to give you what is yours, what belongs to you, what is your truth. That's all. I don't want anything. I can't just speak. The only thing that I can get is the satisfaction that I have given whatever was in my trust, like a bank that way. Nothing more, nothing more. I'm sure it is going to work out, but it works very slow. And it starts like that. God, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people, isn't it? And then 6. 6 people. It started in London with 6 people, and for 4 years, I worked with 6 people. So I'm not surprised, it's a big number. For me, 20% started and gradually grew and grew. Then, for a while. But still, one feels a thing that people take to artificial things like flying, what sort of things they do, swimming, or some sort of another clubbing, I don't know. Wasting their whole life. There is just one time. One has to live. One has to get establish it again. Rise above it. See what it is. You'll be amazed. How wonderful. For the first time I'm in this area, this is a beautiful area, I must say. But still people don't see what the beauty that resides within them. They don't think of the peace that resides within them. They don't want to see. They are going to the room. When are they going to go to their spirit? They talk of it, they read about it. It's a fashion to talk of peace. But I wonder how many read about it. Because they would come to the right place and do the right thing. I would like to have some questions for you before we start the dialogue, because it helps sometimes people who have such a frustrated life. All right? I'll be speaking with people. Any questions? You are without any house. How is it difficult to answer? I know. Let me ask you. If you are without thought, how can you ask me questions? But still, it's possible to ask. You always your attention in your Sahasrara from the Kundalini. And it will work out for you. Now close your eyes. Just close your eyes. ask for their life. Just remember, please give us your life. Just put your feet on the ground for a while. Just for a while. I will explain. Put your right hand on your heart. Right hand on your heart. Are you feeling the full breathing in the hand now? Just pull back. और आगे advancing में आ जाएगी. Just watching it, है ना? So that I finish. Give you the last also. What about this? Ma. Just what you do. You have to forgive. Forgive that. Forgive that.